Somewhere along the way, affirmations became associated with a very specific idea. The idea that if you repeat the right words often enough, the universe will give you whatever you want. More money, more success, more opportunities, more of everything. For some people, this belief feels empowering. For others, it creates confusion, disappointment, or unrealistic expectations. So let us be clear. At Celebrate Life Studio, affirmations are not manifestation magic. They are something much simpler and perhaps much more useful. Affirmations do not magically rearrange reality. They do not guarantee outcomes. They do not force the world to bend to your wishes. What they can do is influence your relationship with yourself. They can influence your attention, your mindset, your habits, your choices, your willingness to notice opportunities, your willingness to take action. And those things can absolutely influence the direction of your life, not because of magic, because of behavior. Imagine two people walking into the same situation. One repeatedly tells themselves, "Nothing ever works out for me." The other repeatedly reminds themselves, "I can learn from this." Neither statement changes the situation itself, but each statement changes how the person approaches the situation. One may stop trying before they begin. The other may remain open, curious, and engaged. Over time, those differences matter. Not because reality changed, because behavior changed, because perspective changed, because choices changed. The problem with treating affirmations as magic is that it places all responsibility outside ourselves. If the desired result does not appear, people may conclude, "I did not believe hard enough. I repeated it incorrectly. I failed." That can create guilt where none is needed. Life is more complex than that. There are factors beyond our control: timing, circumstances, other people, chance. Affirmations cannot eliminate uncertainty, and they cannot guarantee specific outcomes. What they can do is help us meet uncertainty differently. At Celebrate Life Studio, affirmations are viewed as tools for inner change, not tools for controlling the universe. They help us challenge limiting beliefs. They help us cultivate healthier habits of thought. They help us develop resilience, patience, self-worth, hope, courage. And these qualities often influence how we move through life. The focus is not on attracting a specific future. The focus is on becoming the kind of person who can meet the future well, whatever it brings. This distinction is important, because if affirmations become a promise of guaranteed outcomes, disappointment becomes inevitable. But if affirmations become a practice of developing awareness, resilience, and self-compassion, they remain valuable regardless of circumstances. Success or failure ease or difficulty, certainty or uncertainty. Their value remains, because their purpose was never to control reality. Their purpose was to help shape our response to reality. So no. Affirmations are not manifestation magic. They are not shortcuts. They are not guarantees. They are not a way to avoid effort, uncertainty, or life's challenges. They are simply words chosen with intention. Words that influence attention. Words that influence behavior. Words that influence the relationship we have with ourselves. And sometimes, that quiet internal shift can change far more than we imagine. Not because the universe changed, because we did.